Nearly 2 years ago, I was sacked by Liverpool Football Club. We've had a long battle to get back into the Premier League with Everton after an excellent season in the Championship and FA Cup win. We're back in Europe. But today, more than any other day, we have the opportunity to exact some revenge as we return to Anfield and we're going to beat them. And to celebrate, I'd like to thank Luke D Kelland for getting involved in the Patreon. Welcome aboard the Lollujo party bus, as I'm officially calling it. Your support is much appreciated. If you'd like to get involved in Patreon as well, all the details on how to do it are down in the description below. Hello and welcome to Season 2, Part 4 of my Everton Save. I'm Kev, and coming up in today's episode, we've got a home game against Chelsea that we don't really worry about, and then we're away against Liverpool. It's the big one. Oh, he sacked me and we're going to go and get revenge. Since you were last with me, form has been middling. We'll say middling. We've already won our Europa League group. I think we won it. We certainly qualified. So that's one thing we don't need to worry about. Premier League form has been tricky. Usually, I mean, we lost to Man United, we lost to Leeds. Other than that, it's been okay, I guess. But league position-wise, we're exactly where the board want us to be. We're just outside the Champions League spots. We do have a game in hand, though, and can leap above Tottenham if we win said game in hand. Most important of all, though, we're above the old club Liverpool. So, shouldn't have sacked me. The team for today's game against Chelsea is thus. We've got Ryan in goal, of back four of Amavi, Rodrigo Ko. Am I finally saying his name right? So many of you have been telling me how to do that in the comments. Benatia and Gajic. He's another one who I can't say his name. Our midfield then has Penny, Hendricks and Hughes, with Ross Barkley in behind Lukaku and Valencia. That's right, I've not sold Lukaku yet. And in fact, the board have just made an extra £10 million available for me in the transfer window because of the club's good financial situation. We're in the red. We're going to fail financial fair play. The board is stupider than I am. So, obviously, I'm going to spend their money. Don't think we need to sell Lukaku now. De Jong has now got 3 goals from one start. He's scoring goals for fun, but isn't getting the opportunity to get on the pitch because the other 3 are also scoring goals for fun as well. We would like very much to beat Chelsea today. Element of doubt. Yeah, professional. That's what we're going to do. That's a very defensive-looking Chelsea team to come away against a team that were in the Championship last year. You would expect them to want to come at us a little bit. They've, remember, spent the last 6 months trying to sign Will Hughes off us. At one point in the summer, they offered us in excess of £60 million for him. But, you know, who cares about the financial fair play stuff that we were just talking about? We want to keep Will Hughes at the club. Chelsea have gone 1-0 up. Doesn't matter. I've already decided it doesn't matter if we lose the game against Chelsea as long as we beat Liverpool. It's become all about vengeance. I want to show the Liverpool board they were wrong to bin me off. And the best way to do that is to go to Anfield and win 6-0 with my all-conquering, free-flowing, attacking marvels at Everton. And Chelsea are now 2-0 up. I mean, that was quite a good finish. Who is Jonathan Tah? His skin is so perfect he looks like a regen. That was amazing. There was not a blemish on that man. I'm assuming, as we're only a couple of seasons in and he's wearing the number 6, he's not a regen. Plus, he looked a little bit human. But goodness me, does that man have perfect skin. What moisturiser does Jonathan Tah use? If you know of him, let me know. He's probably really famous, isn't he? And I'm just showing my ignorance of anything outside of League One football. But, you know, it's right there on the tin. You know I don't know anything about this Premier League or European football lark. Don't expect me to know perfect-skinned footballers' names. Right, where was I? Oh, we're 2-0 down. That's not ideal. But Penny's just intercepted Amavi. He's racing clear on the left-hand side and just kicked it to the wrong player, and now Hazard should have scored for Chelsea. They've had 3 clear-cut chances. Meanwhile, we've only had 1 shot on target. I think this is one of those games where we might be being found out, especially because it's our game in hand, and we're being absolutely battered by the team that we could have leapfrogged to go into a Champions League spot. Valencia was in there, but Courtois gets there first. And the cross from Gajic is poor, and Courtois picks it up easily. Right, Penny now finds Lukaku, who's dropped very deep and loses the ball to Mr. Perfect Skin. And now Pedro finds Hazard, and Chelsea are just absolutely tearing us apart. I don't remember this Everton side being taken apart to quite the degree Chelsea are taking us apart today. Everywhere you look, they have men over. It's like they're playing with about 15 players. I think we might accidentally be playing Chelsea's rugby team here, especially because there's loads of people I've never heard of from the footballing world in their team. Will Hughes has just scored a £60 million goal against them, though. We're back in it, everybody. This has got 4-3 written all over it, probably to Chelsea, but let's not worry about that. It's a lovely free kick from Penny. Hughes gets himself in space. Chelsea will not be happy at all that they've conceded a goal like that, because Hughes had miles of space, and Courtois really should have done better with it as well. This time Hughes flicks on to Benashia. It was a Ross Barkley free kick this time. We're 5 minutes into the second half. We are back in this game now, and it's come from 2 set pieces. Barkley's free kick, I think that, yeah, there's a Will Hughes flick on there. Benashia tucks it away nicely. If that's gone down as a Hughes assist, that's a little unfair on Barkley, because it was a nice free kick. That's exactly what it has done, though, so it was obviously a significant flick on. And now come on, let's go for the throat now. Here, we're attacking again. Gajic to Penny, and it's 3-3, and there's still half an hour left. 4-3 written all over it. You people don't listen to me when I say these things. And this, I mean, Will Hughes involved again, albeit only paying the 1-2 back to the throw-in taker. Penny gets a very generous deflection. We don't care how they end up in the back of the net, though, as long as they do. And we have been a different side in this second half. Our tails are up and we are rampant. And Chelsea haven't had an attack for quite some time. Right, let's get... Oh, hello. Written in the stars, everybody. Chelsea... Oh, we've got 2 Chelsea old boys who didn't make it through the Chelsea youngster set. I won't say youth team, because presumably they were both poached from European sides. But... 2 players now up front for us who will have a point to prove against Chelsea. Traore more so than Lukaku, presumably, because Lukaku's been at Everton for 500 years and is established there now. But Traore is going to want to score a goal and show him they never should have let him go. Right, we'll take off Barkley and bring on Asensio as well. And come on, lads. Last 10 minutes. Let's just go and grab a goal. Is this another one of those situations where, because we were doing well and getting back into the game, I shouldn't have made the changes because I've taken the sting out of it a little bit? It probably is, but who cares? Gajic, what can he do? He finds Asensio for Traore! Bertrand Traore has made me look like some kind of mystical soothsayer. We said 4-3 written all over it. We said Traore would be the man to get the goal. And in the 90th minute, Bertrand Traore, you all said, no one said, but I thought we'd overpaid for him. Who cares? Look at that. There's 4 seconds left. We're 4-3 up. What a ridiculous, ridiculous team this Everton team is. They do nonsense like this all the time. Will Hughes, who almost went to Chelsea's man of the match. Traore, who arrived from Chelsea, is the goal scorer. And we're up into a Champions League spot. And now we've got to go and play Liverpool, who've just lost to QPR. Oh, this is so much fun. Well, you don't expect to see media messages like this as a newly promoted team. Ross Barkley is one of a group of players touted as winners of the World Golden Ball Award, along with Harry Kane, Lionel Messi and Neymar. I guess a season playing outside the Premier League has done him the world of good. He's not been spectacular since he's been back. He was very, very good for England at the Euros, so I guess that's helped him a little bit, or the World Cup, or whatever it was England were just doing, who really cares? So he had a good international summer with England. He was obviously fantastic for us last year. Can we see some World Player of the Year form from you in the league, please, Ross? Awesome, we'll get that from him today. So, couple of changes, or 3 or 4 changes, in fact, for the big game against Liverpool. Jordan Amavi is suspended, so Augustinsson's going to have to come back in when he's not fully match fit. He's only passed a fitness test for 60 minutes, but we have no other left back, so he's going to have to play the whole game if we can drag it out of him somehow. So he comes back in at left back. We've shaken up the midfield a little bit. Jorrit Hendricks has still got a grump on, so I don't really want him playing in the local derby, so he's coming out the side. Will Hughes comes across to be the ball-winning midfielder, and then Asensio and Bruno Fernandes come into the side for Penny and whoever was the other one who was in there. I can't even remember who. Was Asensio in last time? No, he wasn't. Hughes. Oh, Hendricks, because Hughes was there, wasn't he? See, brains. So Hughes, Fernandes and Asensio in midfield. The rest of the team is unchanged. We will shake things up a little bit up front if we have another non-existent game from Lukaku and Valencia, because, I mean, both De Jong and Traore are screaming out for a start, Traore more so than anyone else. Yes, we're looking forward to the game against Liverpool because I don't know if you remember, I used to manage Liverpool. We'd quite like to beat them. So how many of our team have they got? I mean, that is, Llorente aside, that is my Liverpool team. They haven't got Iheanacho anywhere in the side. £40 million well spent. But other than that, that's my front four playing the way I was playing them. That's my midfield playing the way I was playing them. And that's pretty much my back four playing the way I was playing them. So not much has changed. And not much has changed for league position or form either. They're down in 11th place. Clearly, Liverpool, quite hard to manage in FM17. But let's just go and absolutely batter them. Just to show, I want to show the Liverpool fans and board just what they could have won. Because we've just had a fantastic performance against Chelsea, and we want another win to get us back up into a Champions League spot, because we've drifted out of it because I guess Tottenham won and we're now playing behind them today because I think they played yesterday maybe. We're the Sunday afternoon tea time kickoff, Super Sunday if you will. Not a lot is happening so far other than the fact that we're not really getting much of the ball. Liverpool have had a clear-cut chance and we haven't. I hope we're not going to get stage fright in the big local derby. Augustinson nearly put Lukaku in, but Lukaku just sort of drifted into... Oh, Omar came into the team as well. Yeah, I knew there was another change. Augustinson is in, and no. Never mind, eh? Right, we've got a corner. It's Asensio to take. It comes across and the ball's sort of pinballing around in their penalty area. Emre Can runs clear of it. Hughes has put Asensio back in though. And, I like end-to-end. End-to-end suits us, I think. Bruno Fernandes to Barkley. Lukaku is into Valencia. Augustinson, there you go. Our injured left-back has got his first ever goal for Everton. That is, I know we're 32 minutes in, but that's just the start we needed to the local derby. Lukaku does really well. Valencia, I don't know why he didn't shoot. I guess the tackle came in at just the wrong time for him, but it fell very nicely for Augustinson, who's tucked that away from quite a tight angle, actually. And there was a lot of players in the 6-yard box that he had to sort of navigate that through. And I think we should be going in at half-time 1-0 up, and that's spot on. What more could you want, eh? Right, let's get into this second half. And hopefully more of the same. We ended up with 2 clear-cut chances in the end there. We have got that little bit of a worry with Augustinson that he is now reaching the point where he can't really stay on the pitch for much longer. I guess if it really comes down to it, Omar could drop over to left-back and we could bring Gajic on. But I don't really want to have to play players out of position in such a big game. Augustinson... Poor clearance, hopefully not a sign that he's on his last legs. He's not going to die, not worrying about that. He's just tired. Mane has just got the goal back for Liverpool, and he's come in off of that right wing where Augustinson's defending. I don't think it's anything of his fault at all, although, yeah, he's got past him and he wasn't keeping up with him, was he? We need to keep an eye on that. He's down to 66% conditioning now, and he's already playing beyond where the physio said he should. Can Omar play there? No. Can Gajic play there? This is the sort of thing some managers have done before the match. Ish. I think we probably have to make that change. We've got no one else who can go across there and do it. And we're going to take off Valencia and bring on Traore as well, because Valencia's purple patch is over, I think. Don't forget, he wasn't a regular start for us last year, and he started the season spectacularly, but has gone off the boil a little bit now, and I think it might be Traore's time to get a little run in the side. And I think we're going to bring Luke de Jong on as well, get Lukaku off, and try these two up front together. They've done it a couple of times in Europe, and looked quite effective when they do it, and this might even be a long-term strike partnership for us, I think. Oh, Hughes with a decent cross but forced to collect. Oh, it's going to be such a shame if we end up not beating Liverpool. They're coming at us again. Omar gets in with the tackle but doesn't get there the second time. Bruno Fernandes knocks it back to Ryan, but Liverpool are looking more likely to score at the moment, and that's exactly what they have done. Oh, it cancels out the Chelsea game. The Chelsea game was exciting and brilliant and awesome, but I so wanted to beat Liverpool, and I think they're going to get one over me here, and it's just poor defending. It's a very similar goal to the first one. The ball's just played across the middle of our area, along the floor, and someone comes in at the far post to just sort of tuck it away, and we have lost against Liverpool. revenge goes on ice for a little while longer. We'll get them later in the year. Never you mind. We'll get them and secure a Champions League place as we do it later on. But what an up and down episode, eh? If you've enjoyed that, make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. And thank you very much for watching.